Now, Kendra mentioned something extremely important, and I hope we all pay attention to this, but the cells in the skin are regenerating constantly, right? We've got a turnover almost completely within a 30-day process. And we decided to do a quick study. We didn't want to do something that was super prolonged because we wanted to see what our products could do for somebody within a short time frame. So we took a random group of people, and we're going to do some, and we went and shot some things. We've got an awesome machine that we have here at Rain that does different things and takes different pictures, fine lines and wrinkles. We look at different things like porphyrins, that, you know, the bacteria that's generating and showing up in our skin. We looked at texture. We looked at all kinds of things. This machine is incredible what it can do. But what we did is we took this group of people and we put them on the Sol product, okay? So just Sol, the original formula, because that's one we've got in all of the countries, and we wanted to see really what this product could do for the skin in a short time frame. So we only did it for 14 days, guys. What we're looking at, it's not, you know, months and months. We literally are looking at a 14-day cycle. I invited a couple people. The first person that I brought in, someone close to me, he probably looks a little bit like me. This is my son, Carson. You know, you're never a prophet in your own home. So I said, hey, let's do a study on your skin, because he's 16, going through acne, and I wanted to see what and how fast our products could work on that process. So what we did is we gave him a box of product. He was taking a packet of Sol in the morning and a packet at night, and then doing a mask on his face every single night for 14 days straight. And you can see from here the before and the after in just 14 days, guys. Look at the coloration. Look at the acne spots. I mean, he came up to me after and he's like, look at my skin, you know, and we were kind of going through the analysis and sitting in front of the machine, and he couldn't believe the results. But check this out, okay? If you look at the before on the left, he's got a lot of dark spots, especially like around his chin. You can see kind of the acne on his lower jaw. Unfortunately, when he came and did this picture, he just got done playing in a golf tournament, and he's got a little bit of sunburn on his nose, and it's manifesting it in this particular, in these imagery. But what we're looking at is the inflammation. This red, this machine will measure the inflammation going on inside the skin. So kind of cool. This one is a cool picture. You can see a lot of the white. Okay, that's bacteria. That's buildup of bacteria and grease inside of the pores in the skin. You can see the before and the after and the big change. One of the things that my wife Kendra, who's the master esthetician, pointed out is that she noticed a lot of different hydration changes in this particular slide as well. That his skin is actually is starting to kind of get more hydrated, and you can see that on the after if you look really close and you kind of know what you're looking for. Okay, the next person that we brought in was a woman. She's 69 years old, random person, never used Sol before. I put her on the product again, same thing. Everybody on these slides were taking a packet in the morning, packet at night, and then applying it to their face. But what I wanted to point out on this one is this is looking at texture. Okay, so if you look at the yellows and the greens, you're looking at kind of peaks and valleys of the texture on her skin, and look at the massive change that happened with her. It was pretty shocking. She couldn't believe it, and not only that, but the way that she felt. She was explaining to me how awesome she felt after just doing this for a couple of days, and she's like, how do I get more of this product, right? It's cool slide. Here's her husband, who's 70, I believe he's 72 years old, and you can see some cool things on this particular slide. What we're looking at here is fine lines and wrinkles. Now notice on the before, especially around like where the crow's feet area is on his eye, you can see the length of that big dark green line. That's a really big wrinkle. And look how short it's getting on the after. Again, 14 days. Very cool. And I wanted to show you this one as well, because he's got some inflammation going on his skin. He's a biker. He's active. He's in the sun a lot. We looked at a couple things on his particular skin, and you can see the redness and how much reduction of the inflammation went out of his body. As we know, that's one of the main things that the black cumin seed does, right? It gets rid of inflammation in the body, and you can see that manifesting itself even in just a couple of days. I mean, we're talking 14 days. You can see the massive differences on the intensity of the reds from the before and the after. It's kind of cool. The last person that we took pictures of, I wanted to show you this. Back to that Porafins slide. This is a cool technology with this particular machine because it does look at like the grease and the grime, right, and the bacteria that are going on in the pores. But this particular girl, she's 20 years old and has a little bit of an acne issue that she's been fighting, and she's trying to clean up her skin. But look what happened in just that 14-day turnaround with her. You see how concentrated on her, especially around her nose, the bacteria and the buildup has been. And taking these products, putting just Sol, again, we're just using one product, and massive changes happened for her. She was super excited about this, especially when we get into looking at the inflammation on her skin. You can see some of those real dark spots kind of under her eye, just off of her nose, right through her cheekbone area. A lot of inflammation going on inside her body. One of the cool things that I wanted to point out, again, she's 20 years old, and I pulled this slide up, and we were talking about it as we were doing the analysis, and I said, look at the change of the texture of your skin. And that's one of the things that she noticed as she would put on the mask at night. She was commenting how just amazing her face felt and how smooth it felt. And so I said, well, let's look at the texture and let's just see what it did. And you can see the results with that on the change, the before and the after of her being on those products for 14 days, how much change went into that as her skin started to kind of even out even a little more. And again, this is someone that's 20 years old. She hasn't even gone through the things like I've gone through and you've gone through, where we don't use sunscreen and we learn the hard way, right? We start aging more than we should. I should have probably put some of my pictures on here, but it was a little embarrassing, so I didn't because of the sun damage that I have. My wife's been on me for that. So just to kind of wrap up this study, the reality is we need and can change the way that we look through the power of seed nutrition. And you guys also know this is just Sol. I know some of you use Bend on for masks, and others use Core for masks. Use the products. Get rid of the inflammation in your body. Start helping yourself by getting these products into your system so you can get back into the regular balance of life, and so your skin cells specifically can regenerate in the proper amount of time so you can look your best. That's what this is all about, is really, truly, these products are for us to live our best life. I love Rain products. I know you guys do too. So try this out, take the challenge, put the products on your face, and watch the effects of amazing seed nutrition on your skin and what it can do for you.